Former architect and filmmaker, legend has it he was taught the method by a Tibetan monk who appeared in his dreams when he was just 3 years old.
Baan tussen oog naar die punt die achter is.
He started training Vladimir 20 years ago.
Heel klein.
Neither have any medical qualifications. Here, father and son are apparently strengthening Tina's optic nerve by working with the web of energy that surrounds Tina and spreads across the room. For other people on the course, it's still about attaining the elusive X-ray vision. Here we see one of them, Tony, using his psychobiocomputer to identify a chair and its color.
Zwarte rand blauw.
Ja, blauw.
Yes! Oh, great, good jongen, good.
This advanced exercise was of particular interest. Tony used his psychobiocomputer to look through the lid of a box and see what's inside. It sounds impressive, but the reality is less so. There are only 2 or 3 boxes used, and the students know what's in them, so they have a good chance of getting it right. Also, they sometimes use the splash technique and have a quick look at the contents first. At no point do they progress past this. And this is the highest level taught. I'm astonished that no one's questioning how meaningless all of this is. But to get to this level, students have forked out at least 2,000 euros, so I figure they're determined to get the most out of it. And if tone is anything to go by, it seems they keep on coming back for more.
Doing level 2 times, 3 for 2 times. I've repeated, but you realize that it takes time, and every time you do it, there's so much more information, but you realize that where you're standing, where the potential is, and where you have to go. So you are very motivated to say, Jesus, I want to do it every day, 1 hour, 2 hours, because this is the way.
The Bronnikovs maintain that this system can only be successful if practiced religiously by the students once the course is over. So unless Tom's mum continues to do this correctly, she will be unable to help her son reach what they regard as his full potential. Then Bronnikov turned his attentions to Tom himself.
Старается не говорить про агрессию. Ребенок рождается, ему делают позвоночник укол, чтобы он не кричал, не орал. Значит, дети, множество детей у вас якобы сидят на таблетках, чтобы не проявлять агрессию. Агрессия целует грубые энергии, грубые. Мы как бы машину включаем, ключ в машину.
Machine wordt aangedaan. Die begint te werken.
Завести надо.
У меня тоже хороший есть пример. Когда я был очень злой,
toen stond ik op en toen kon ik een paar stappen
Он вполне может встать, ходить, функционировать.
ik kan
А в
opstaan.
дальнейшем мы дадим ему еще различные техники, когда он изнутри будет тебя восстанавливать. И
Но я не хочу, чтобы меня так злили.
ну, тогда пусть сидеть так вот.
Dan moet je blijven zitten.
Пару лет упорно позаниматься, и он будет ходить. Но на это время надо. Не лениться, а заниматься.
Niet lui zijn, oefenen.
I had come to the course ready to be convinced by the evidence for the method's claims to overcome blindness. And up till now I'd found most of their work absurd or simply confusing. But this now began to feel exploitative of vulnerable people.
Спина реагирует, ну-ка.
Niet veel eigenlijk.
So Tom,
Yeah.
lovely to meet you. Hi.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you. So you had a diagnostic session with Vladimir Bronnikov, yes. What did he tell you during that?
Hij vertelde me dat je veel meer kon met je lichaam. En dat andere mensen nog niet weten. En dat de wetenschap ook nog niet zo ver is. Dat hij veel verder is in bepaalde dingen. En dat ik zeer binnenkort zou kunnen lopen voor mijn 25.
And you're 16?
He's
16 now. And do you think you'll keep going with the courses and try level 2 and level 3? Yeah.
I think so, yes.
I think so.
He's got to practice first a lot, so he can do the number 1 very well. And then I think he goes on.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, you say when you get angry,
Yes.
sometimes you can walk a little bit. What makes you angry then? When do you get angry?
Als mensen me onrecht houden.
When people are dishonest to him or to his family, he'll get angry.
Yes.
Здесь более стали быть заряженными такими. Ну, во-первых, хочу
This is
сказать,
our
что
final class of the course.
человек устает.
Wearing our masks, Judy, Margaret and I are allowed to use our inner screens for the first time.
Потрогайте водичку, потрогайте водичку. Потрогайте водичку. Дайте команду, чтобы она стала
We're asked to visualize a scene involving the sea and to use binoculars to see ships.
водичку. Заходим в водичку. Маску делаем всплеск.
You take off your mask and you do splash, not on the person.
It's a very standard visualization exercise as used in hypnosis and meditation sessions.
I see a great part of you had some success. Please share what
But
was
it's still not working for Margaret.
in this experience.
When I first put on the mask, everything went black, and the blackness had quite a depth to it. But then it just came nearer and nearer, and just nothing, just black, stark.
Я спрашиваю, у кого получилось изображение?
Ik wil vragen, diegene die dat wel heeft gekregen.
У вас получилось, да?
Ja? Aha.
Yes, I also could see everything you told us and smell it. And I found the binocular very amazing.
И было очень
Perfect.
As the course ends, people seem very happy. Of course, there's the possibility that the Bronnikovs really believe that they can teach people to catch a football, play pool and duplicate drawings while blindfolded. But it seems to me like they're all talk. The amazing feats of eyeless vision of far-off promises unlikely to ever be reached. Some level 1 students may have felt an energy, albeit through suggestion, and may have taken something of value from it. They were a lovely bunch, and I hope they do get something out of this. But I wondered what Judy had made of it all.
Personally, I don't think that I got anything from that, but there are a lot of very needy people out there who actually believe that they will achieve things that aren't achievable, because it is an absolute load of rubbish.
It was time for my showdown with Vyacheslav Bronnikov. After 4 days of attending courses in his method, I was anxious to meet the legendary founder, Vyacheslav Bronnikov, the superhuman figure revered by so many, who has reached the exalted heights of level 6 and even mentioned that he could levitate and that we could too. I began by asking him how he came up with the method.
Actually, my story, I had 12 teachers. I was absolutely loaded with knowledge, overloaded maybe even, but in a very potent way.
And you were how old at this time?
Started from 3 years old, but if taking it even more seriously, I came consciously into this body. That was my choice. I actually was aware about coming into this life before I actually was born. And when I was born, I had a lot of capacities already.
I want to talk about the ball of energy for a moment.